Cameroon is currently going through is our next talking point, and that's why we have Mr. Jato Mark, the entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
I got you here at so very short notice, and finally.
Yeah, boy, they up.
Exactly. It was a very good opportunity for me to come, so thank you for inviting me.
Right, we actually invited you because you are intending to organize a workshop on communication management in times of crisis.
Exactly.
And it falls squarely within the context in Cameroon.
For sure, for sure.
This thing was arranged originally for April the 13th of, April the 13th, but unfortunately you can't hold it because the authorities in Douala, where you plan to hold the event, say it could coincide with
exactly.
the Renaissance movement of Cameroon,
Sure.
the Cameroon Renaissance movement planned demonstrations on the 13th.
Yes.
You're disappointed, are you?
No, not really. I mean, we have all the time, so they've given us from Monday to Wednesday.
Okay, so there's an alternative.
Exactly.
So you don't have to have this coincide with the MRC movement.
Well, they say so,
okay.
We just have to go with it. So we've chosen Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday. The date? What's
the 17th.
17th of April.
Exactly.
It's still going to happen in Douala.
In Douala.
Now, what's in the bag? What's the content looking like? What's on the menu?
Okay. For sure, many Cameroonians have been faced. We've seen what happened with media actors like the Mimi Mefo case. We've seen what happens with Derek Jato. So we thought it wise after our program, because we're working with the Denis and Lenora Foundation, which is
the
Foretia Foundation. Yeah. So they organized an event where we were trained in Yaoundé for a workshop 3 days. So after the event, that was the first phase. So the second phase was for us now to come up with an event which would foster democracy, good governance, the rule of law. So we have our colleagues in Bamenda who had theirs. Theirs was on sexual violence and how to come up with a support system.
Okay.
So, and those in Boya, they would have their events coming up. They couldn't hold it soon because of the lockdown.
Right.
Yeah, then the central region have theirs. So we in Douala, the Litoral Chapter, we decided to come up with a workshop too, like what Foretia did, to come up with people, persons from MINCOM, Ministry of Communication, and people, media actors like you, so they could share their experiences, and persons from MINCOM could actually tell them, okay, this is what you should see. Some information might be good for the public, but you should actually keep it up. Not like you hide the truth from the public, but censor your information, do your background checks, and make sure your verifications are authentic.
I like it when you say censor the information you want to disseminate. Yeah. Isn't that censorship? You're denying the truth to the public?
No,
if you begin to censor everything that you need to write or say?
Well, not really. I actually think that there are times you would have some information which would spark uproar. It is what you should say, but you should know when to say it. Or you should also use, we could say, you shouldn't do euphemism. You know, you should say it as it is, but you should come timely.
Okay.
You should come timely. Yeah.
You know, I like to call myself a free atom, right? You know, like I just say the things that I know are correct. If I have the facts and I verify them and I make sure that my sources were straight on and spot on, I'll just come here and say the truth, right? But this is going to land a couple of people in prison in Cameroon. I'm talking about journalists especially. We saw what happened with Mimi.
Sure.
Now, this is tacitly a way of silencing journalists in Cameroon. You must agree.
Exactly. I agree with that. That is why we are coming with 20 young journalists to come and share their experiences. You know, this is what we did and this is how we were stopped and all that. To the authorities, because we are bringing authorities from the Ministry of Communication.
Okay.
Yeah, to also attend to them like, okay, you have been silenced because of this. So we are bringing both sides to have a talk. And people share their points, and we come to a compromise to see how the media in Cameroon can be free and authentic.
Let's say the truth and shame the devil. If people had to go to prison for reporting this crisis, a lot of journalists will be in jail now. Don't you think so?
I think so.
Am I correct?
Yeah, you are.
Why would they be in jail then? Because they say anything anyhow, irresponsible journalism is on the rise in Cameroon. Is that the conclusion you have?
No. I actually think that at some point in time, there is one party which is favored. There's one party which is favored, and the people are out favored.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it is the role of the journalist to be in the middle and mediate.
Right?
Yes, it is the role of the journalist to be in the middle and mediate. So
But that's not the role of a journalist to be a mediator. You're only there to tell the facts and tell the story as it is. Don't you worry. Let's talk about this after you hold the meeting on Wednesday, the 17th of April. Thanks for coming, Jato.
yeah,
We will have you back here probably Friday next week.
okay.
So we see what happened and what the government told you to do and not to do, and what decisions you came up with or resolutions you took after your workshop.
Everybody said, "My yeah, I said to son, I said to son."
Good luck on your venture, and thanks once again for coming. We'll keep the tabs on you. So if the government says shut up, we will tell the people that they told you to shut up. Now we'll be moving out a bit. I'm not sure what the supervisor is proposing at this point in time. We will just take a break and
Big time. If you don't be careful.
it is something big. It is called Miss Handy Cameroon. Now this